In the last 3 months alone, there have been 8 consecutive national strikes. Millions of French workers, from teachers to police to refinery workers, have joined in. A recent poll by AFP finds a majority of the French support the protest movement against pension reform, and 59% support bringing the country to a standstill over it. The streets of Paris littered with trash, garbage collectors also striking, leaving more than 6,000 tons of waste on the streets, according to Paris City Hall.
If we encounter more garbage, though, we'll probably visit other parts of the city because we don't want to smell it.
France's civil aviation has asked airlines to reduce flights from Paris's Orly airport by 20% today.
There is a serious protest going on in France. I think this is one of Emmanuel Macron's most challenging moments. He has been faced with one protest to another. And this whole pension reform has pushed the people onto the edge. And the people have no choice but to what? Fight back. So, watch.
Across the country tonight, French cities grinding to a halt. In the capital, thousands of people taking to the streets after French President Emmanuel Macron forced through an unpopular bill that raises the retirement age from 62 to 64 years old. And he did it without a vote. Protesters tonight throwing bottles at a police barricade and setting tires on fire. Police responding with tear gas and water cannons. Across every major city tonight, similar scenes. A woman in Lyon saying the air was so thick with tear gas she couldn't breathe.
C'est dégueulasse, quoi. On se dit, à quoi ça sert d'avoir une Assemblée nationale?
Thursday afternoon, France's Prime Minister Elizabeth Borne, an ally of Macron, triggering a constitutional tool that allowed the bill through with no floor vote.
On ne peut pas faire de paris sur l'avenir de nos retraites. Cette réforme est nécessaire.
The uproar immediate. Opposition members shutting down Parliament, belting the French national anthem. Macron has long insisted the reforms are essential to ensure the pension system doesn't collapse.
If anyone told you that ruling or governing was an easy job, then that person must have lied to you. I am sure Emmanuel Macron must have found out this the very hard way. His country has been going from one protest to another. And this is not the only problem he's facing. He is also facing a lot of anti-French sentiment in Africa. We, the Africans, have realized that France is not really serving our interests, that France is in Africa just for their interests, and all what they do in Africa is just to protect their interests. It has never been about us, the Africans. It has never been for us. For the 50, 60, 80 plus years they've been in Africa, all what they've done is to make sure that France stays in Africa and France keep on collecting or exploiting Africa's resources. So a few countries in Africa are now saying that enough is enough. It's high time that France leave. And I have not stayed away from sharing my thoughts about this whole thing because I believe that France in Africa, no good, has never been good for us, the Africans. It has been a great thing for France and for the French people. But it has never been great for us Africans because I have not seen anything that I can be proud of that was as a result of France in Africa. Just tell me, name it. And when you see them trying to do a kind of pension reform to make sure that they can have more money in the system, it makes you wonder if all this is happening now as a result of them being pushed out of Africa. Yeah, you might start wondering, right, that this whole reform and their government running at a huge deficit might be as a result of them not being able to get anything from Africa. Well, I mean, not anything, but at least not get as they used to get, right? Because remember, when they are in Africa, when they are having a very good relationship with Africa's corrupt leaders, they can get a lot of things from there, Okay, they can get a lot of minerals. They can get a lot of resources that will help prop up their economy. But right now, Africans are like, maybe you had enough, we've let you stay this length of time, and we think that it's high time you go, and, and now they are facing a lot of problem back home. Burkina Faso said, yeah, and we know we like you. We like you guys, we've let you guys stay here for years. We've let you guys do your thing the way you want to do it. But we think that maybe you should go. Let's see if we can handle our problems ourselves. And Mali said the same thing, that we brought you guys in to help us with the fight against jihadis. But we've realized that instead of you neutralizing these jihadist groups, they are instead getting bigger and bigger. Like more and more is just coming up from nowhere. So maybe you should go, because we've realized that you are an unproductive employee and there was no point keeping you. And France was really, really angry about that. Same thing with Congo. Same thing with Central African Republic. All these countries are like, yeah, maybe let's try other ways, Those other ways might be successful, might work out for us. Where, I mean, this is all just me speculating, right? But I think it's a fun thing to do. But you guys out there, what do you think about the protests in France? Do you think that France being kicked out of Africa might be one of the reasons why they are running on a huge deficit, and by so doing need to increase the age that people go on pension? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, please do not forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel, because little bit of good we, like the one you are doing just now, help us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.